Hi everybody, Fernando here. Today I'm gonna talk about how to make friends as an adult. Stick around. Thank you for stopping by in my video. Uh, Make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button to help me boost this video on YouTube. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk to you about how to make friends. But first, I'm gonna tell you a story. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but I graduated in tree engineering, so I'm way more technical than I have social skills, and also I had a ego problem, a huge ego problem, and I've talked about that on other videos in my channel. That my father used to fight with everybody, and I kind of grew up imitating his steps. So, but I've worked with a lot of people that had a lot of social skills, and my wife, she's like the completely opposite of me. You know, I'm technical, she's social. And I've been studying these people, and I've been reading a lot of books. And one of the greatest books of all times to make friends is How to Influence People and Make Friends from Dale Carnegie. And if you haven't read this book yet, you have to read it like at least 5 times. But I'm gonna give you one of the main tips to start making friends as an adult. So the thing is, people love to talk about themselves, and they love to talk about their passions. So anywhere you go, if you're going to church, supermarket, restaurant, if you get people to talk about themselves, you're gonna make a friend. If you are interested in what they're saying, if you're paying attention, they're gonna like you, and they're gonna want to stick around with you. So the issue is you have to be able to get those clues. So imagine small talk. Hey, what's up? How are you? Yeah. So the weather is awful. Are you planning on going to the beach? Were you planning on doing something out? That's how you try to get their passions. So be aware with the clues that they give, because they're not gonna give easy clues at the beginning, but once you start catching up with the clues, you're gonna start making questions that lead them to their passions. All right, and once you find their passions, you have to keep digging and let them speak. Let them speak. Shut up. Let them speak 90% of the time, and then you're gonna have it. If they are reasonable, they're gonna let you speak later, and then it's gonna form a friendship. The other thing is to mirror people's behavior. So every time you're talking to someone, if they are talking super loud, yeah, you can mirror their behavior and start talking loud too. If they are more reserved, then you can mirror their behavior and start being reserved as well. Also, you can mimic, you can imitate their gestures and the way they speak. So it's a good thing to create liking. You show that you are like them when you do those things, but be careful with the ethical side of those things. Okay, so I have a list here of questions that you can ask people and to find their passions. All right, so the first one, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with the easiest one. Then I'm gonna go to more complicated. So the first one is, what are your hobbies? Try to get. It's weird to just meet up people. Hey, what's up? Yeah, what are your hobbies? It's weird, but if you try to rephrase that, like, oh, it's an awful day to. Oh, this weekend it looks like it's gonna rain. So what were your plans for the weekend? And then you can get to their hobbies. All right. What is your greatest passion? Again, if you go straight with a question like that, what is your greatest passion? it's gonna sound weird, but you're trying to see what they are thinking about, and you can get a glimpse by the way they speak, for the little phrases that they're gonna put out. You are gonna get clues to know what they are their passions. What's your biggest dream? If you are on a date with a girl, you can ask that. If you, but it's weird to ask, like you just met a guy and just asking that. It's kind of weird. But try to get to these parts not in a weird way. What's your favorite book and movie? So if people are talking about movies, what's your favorite movie? If something's up with the book, what's your favorite book? There you go. You can find tons of subjects for that. And once they tell you what their favorite book is, you're gonna try to dig down to their passion and then let them speak. What's your greatest fear? What are you afraid of? What did you want to be when you were a child? That's a good one, right? How do you think your parents describe yourself? Which event in your life marked you the most? What was the most important event in your life? Do you consider yourself a happy person? What are your greatest qualities and defects? What would you change anything about yourself? What would it be? It's nice, you, huh? What is the quality of someone else that pleases you the most? That's a good one too. How do you deal with the colleague you do not like? How do you cope with stress at work? What would you like to learn? If you only have one day to live, what would you do? So you see, those, if you are on a date, or if you have some previous like talk with people, maybe you can jump to some of these questions, but when you start your conversation, you can't jump to those questions. But you're gonna have an idea of the type of questions that you can do depending on the little clues that the person is giving you. Also, is the something different on her? So if they have a picture of their family in their wallet, that's something that you can bring up. If they're wearing red shoes, something different about them, something that you notice about them, you can bring that up. And then once you bring that up, you can start digging to find their passions. Once you find their passions, it's really easy to get the person talking, because they're gonna like to talk about that. So it's gonna be easy. Of course, there is a catch, because they may not trust you yet. So the way to make them trust you is to mirror their behaviors and show that you have the same values and beliefs. Of course, if you're trying to make a hard sale, they're gonna be very suspicious about you. They're gonna see that you have second intentions, and you don't want to do that, and you don't want to influence people to harm them. This is a video about making friends, so I assume that you have a nice motive behind you, and you are a nice person, and you don't want to manipulate people, or you don't want to take money out of people or manipulate them somehow. So assuming that you are a good person, these are the questions that I put up for you to find people's passion, mirror their behavior, and then let them talk, let them open up. And if they are cool people, what's gonna happen is that they're gonna start asking you questions after they spoke. So let them open up, and once they open up, you're gonna notice that they're gonna like you more, and they're gonna be willing to hear your stories as well. And don't interrupt them. Even if you have a super interesting story and they're talking about their passion, leave your story for later. Let them talk first. Once you got to their passion, let them open up. Let them open up, and it can take 1 hour. More than an hour would be weird, but it will usually take like 5-20 minutes, and then they're gonna ask about you too. So you're gonna start bonding with people. So again, coming from an engineer that had serious troubles with social skills, ego problem, these are my tips. I suggest you to keep researching and keep watching other videos and reading other books, because like I said, I'm not the most experienced person to talk about this topic. These are the things that help me, and I'm putting out this video because maybe it will help you too. All right, I'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to like this video to help the YouTube algorithm, and also subscribe so you can watch more cool videos like this. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.